Hi everyone. So in this lecture, we're going to go over the most commonly used instructions which you see up here, which are normally open, normally close contacts, OTE instruction, latch, and unlatch bits. So we'll basically use the bit, go through all the bits and see how we can use. So let's get started. First off, I want to make a, all right, let's delete this and we can start here. I want to create an always on bit, which should be always on. So you can come up here and press that. Now you have uh, an OTE instruction at the end of it. As far as picking a memory, either you can start typing. Let's say if I put a B and come up here, it's gonna highlight the next used B file, or I'll add a new file for you. So if I want to do B30/0, there you go. We just got the file. Now here you can give it a name and a symbol. So if I want this to be always, okay. Now symbol cannot have a space, so okay. So as you can see, it okay. That's how we add a symbol here to this thing. Now we have an E up here, so we will need to compile it, and that's compile. Now if you go and look at the B3 here, we should have a symbol and we should have a description to it. So symbols here and the descriptions down here. So you can add more description to this thing. I can make it always on bit and it would show up there. Now this, you can also, you can type in lowercase as well. It's not going to let us change that. So there you go. I can do that. Now I should be able to type it in lowercase. There we go. So symbol always gets forced to uppercase. So description can be lowercase or uppercase. So, and the colors are more like a lime color for the, or yellow color for the description and green for the symbol. So you can search symbol in the program while you're typing stuff. So it's a lot easier to program. You don't have to remember the bit unless you want to. So now the next bit, I want to create a unlatch bit for always off. So I can right click and say insert rung. It adds above it. So in our case, we'll come up here and do an insert rung. I want to do an unlatch bit and we'll call it B3. It picks up the next unused bit, and I want this to be called as always off bit. So there we go. So that's how we create an always off bit. It doesn't really need a symbol, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Or it doesn't really need a description for it, so the name makes sense there. You can use the description to have to be more specific, and the symbol could be more generic to what it is. So yeah, that's how you create a coil or an OTE instruction, an unlatch instruction. Now let's try and make up a small power on off circuit, or more like an MCR circuit here. So that way we can use all the other stuff that we have up here. So I'm gonna bring a couple of these. Now to add a rung down here, you can go to user and bring a branch. See how the red dots came up? So you can add a branch wherever you want. I want to add a red branch here. Now, if you want to move it up here, either you can drag this guy in the middle or hold this and move it here. So both of them are okay. There is no real reason for that. Now, if you want to add an open contact, you can drag and drop here. So now we created a small latch circuit that we'll use. So I want to call this a on push button, not off, machine on, and machine on is latch with not off. So we'll start with our binary B30 302. Okay. On. Okay. There we go. And then we'll call that the next bit. So I put in a B, double click, double click. We call this machine control, off touchscreen push button. And here, you don't have to use the next available, you can type your own. So also, I'll show you another way to add a bit from the data file. So you double click on the file, you can click on usage, and it's going to show you which ones are being used. So since we have 0, 1, 2, and 3 are used, they have an X on them, and you can click on it and find that out. Now I want to use the last one for the machine on. Rather than typing everything, you could just drag it and drop it here. So that showed up here. Now we'll use the same one for our latching purpose. So there we go. See, it does not have any comments. So what we'll do is we'll call it on machine on now. Okay. Oh, I didn't click the right one. So let's go back to it. Symbol and machine underscore on. There we go. Okay. So there you go. That's how we have our own our small little latch circuit. Now we want to do a download of this, guys. So I'll show you how to do that. Let me save the project, load it back in the simulator. And now I should be able to download. Okay. And oh, well, I'll have to pick the right processor from here. The active right here. Okay. And now we can download this guy. Go offline and download. Yep. There we go. And now we can go online, put it to run. There we go. Now it's in run mode. Always on is on, always off is off. And we are ready to press the push button. So I can right click and do a toggle, which should latch it and take the bit off. Machine on is on. If you go to your data file, you would see the same information. Things with 1 is on, 1 with our zeros are off. So this is our always on, and this is our machine on. So that's how you have that. Now to let go of the latch, you can do toggle bit, and the latch is taken out, and that also gets reflected back in the B39 address in here. So now if I want to add a lamp based on the machine on, what I would do is we'll do like an online edit, so you know how to do that. So this is the new rung. You can drag it and we can bring it down here. And I want to bring my instruction that I want to use for the lamp. And now here, if I want to use something from these, which I want, you can drag and drop the address like that. Now here on the outputs, we type in O, and you have 3 options. You either pick from the MicroLogix main IO, main output, or the card you have, or the analog card. We are just going to pick the first available output and call it stack light and green. There we go. So that's what it is. Now, as far as making the edit, you have 2 options. Either you can cancel it or you can accept the edit. So we will do the accept. Let's find out. It looks like there's something up with my simulator. Let me look at it real quick. I checked in it a little bit, and I believe this has to do with the simulator and the version I'm running on. So I guess it don't let me allow online changes with the simulator. But as far as making online changes on a real processor, you can double click on the rung. You press this, and press this, which is accept the edits, then test edits, and assemble edits. So That's what you would do. It's a 3-step process. You double click, make your change, accept, test, and then assemble the edits, which should download to the PLC. Now, SLICs and micrologics are known to get hung up when you're trying to make online changes, so you only want to do it if you know that it's safe to do on the machine, as your program would not match with the PLC if you get hung up like we just did here, and you would have to upload, and once you upload, all your comments go away on a SLIC. So yeah, just so you know, keep that in mind if you're trying to do online edits with this processor. So let me cancel out of this, and yeah, that's what we have as far as the on and off. Let's go offline real quick, save it, and then we can add our more information down here. So I can come up here, press on that, and add our lamp. So as far as the lamp goes, I want machine on to be my lamp, and then I want to add the output from the data file. So first output will be the green stack light. So, and you can just drag and drop that, and that's how you have it. Now we can compile the file. Now we'll do a one shot here as well, which would be show you what to do with the one shot. So we bring this and create a bit, and what I want to do is on the one shot I want to reset an alarm. So let's say we have a bit, and you can click on usage and find out which is not next to a label and start like that. So we'll call this thing alarm reset machine control. Alarm reset TSPB. Server name is more it matches to the structure we have. Now, as far as the one shot goes, you have to have a one shot. You can do a rising or falling too if you want. We just want a one shot, so you click that. Now you do need a bit for this one shot. It is not by itself. So what we have done in the past is people would create bits all over the place. I like to use a N7 integer for it. So here's what I can do. Make it ONS. And now here, if I do in, yeah. So the first one shot bit is used here. Now we need something towards the end of it. So what we'll do is we'll create a pulse on the alarm reset pulse. That's what we'll call this thing. We'll use the next available B3 bit. Call it alarm reset pulse. And I don't need that. There we go. And we can compile everything now. You can cross-reference. So I'll show you how to do the cross-reference in this in the Rockwell stuff. So let's find out which is being used more than once, which is this bit. So I can right-click and do a find all, which would find them here. See how you have 3 places? Or you could right-click and do a cross-reference, which basically pulls up a small cross-reference report, which is sorted by the address. So here you can double click and it would take you to the place where it's being used as well. So either one works. I know there have been times where one would work and one will not work. That has to do with the version of the Studio 500 you have, and how big the program is, and that kind of, and if you're making too many online changes. So you have to try both of them, see which one is more fruitful to you. So that's what we have for the ladder, for the bits available in the ladder, and the next one will go with the timers and counters and see what all options we have for that. All right, see you in the next one.